Okay, good luck with the slow descent into madness.
If you can keep up and you don't mind dying, come along.
Dance off, bro. Me and you.
You know what? There's something just extremely uncomfortable about a man your size sniffing a flower.
We're gonna need a new plan.
I'll give you anything you ask for. As long as it's not something I don't want to get.
Get off my bridge.
It's the Al Travis Show, and our next guest. We haven't had him on anywhere near enough, but we truly love him and his product, and he is Bob Weerts with Dust Lock, a great sponsor here on the program, Environmental Dust Control of the Midwest. Bob, how are you today, my friend?
Good, Al. How are you doing?
It's been a very interesting day. I'm glad to have you on the show. We kind of did a little backwards, got you on a little late last year, probably didn't get as much. I mean, you must be a season for Dust Lock. Probably didn't do you any favors that way, so I'm glad we're getting you on early. Can you give me the 30-second elevator pitch? What exactly is Dust Lock?
Dust Lock is a soybean-based oil that we put on. It's environmentally sensitive. It's good. It doesn't corrode, no corrosion, no nothing on anything like that, so it's great. But it's a soybean oil. The farmer should really love it because it's soybean. It doesn't corrode any of your cars, and it lasts for a year or better. But
what does it exactly do? I mean, if I grabbed canola oil in my jar, my wife had a nice sprinkle on the driveway. Is that the same thing? Is there something in this? What exactly does it do to lock the dust in?
It's got a stuff, but the soybean oil it penetrates and it sucks the dust together.
Okay.
You know, when you dump something on, you know, it gets hard like blacktop.
Yeah.
I mean, you can come out to my gravel pit and see it. And once it gets on there, and we put sand on top of the oil, and it penetrates, it sucks it up, and it gets hard.
Well, I would throw this out here because when you first became a sponsor, I like to try all of my sponsors' stuff out so I can be honest with people about what's going on. Your people came out to my place, I'm going to throw it out there in August, maybe a little earlier.
Yeah, after all the rain. After all the rain. We had a tough year last year.
Yeah,
we had a tough year last year with all the rain.
Yeah, it wasn't a normal year, but we're looking pretty normal this year. So they came out and did an application on my driveway. Basically, I have an alley. I'm going to guess if he's 150 feet of alley. There's part of it that's got where my driveway's at. You know, anyway, it's roughly a 8-foot by 150-foot long driveway. I had you guys come out and put this thing on. I will tell you, Bob, and I don't know if it's normal how quick this application was, but from start to finish, the time your crew showed up until they left, I don't know, 10 minutes? This is not an all-day deal. Go ahead.
No, it's not an all-day deal, and it's quick and easy, and it's done.
Yeah, and so then I said, now what do I got to do? And they said, well, let it dry, and that took, it was a nice day. It might have taken an hour. I mean, I'm just throwing out, I think it was an hour. It was no time. I went in the house, waited, and came back out.
No.
So
you could drive on it right away. Right away if you wanted to.
Okay, well, so we used it. My point is I want to tell folks I have used this product, and now it was August again. It wasn't a whole summer's worth, but literally from that moment on, and it dried up at the end of the year, the dust was down. That sucking in that you're talking about, I don't want to say it was exactly like asphalt, but there was no movement of that stuff. So my real thought was, okay, what happens now you get a winter, right? We just had a winter. Right. How many 8 inches of snows we've had? We had a couple of downpours now. And now I go out to my driveway in the last couple of days. I was doing a little grilling. And I'm looking at it again, sir. It looks exactly like it did in August. It doesn't look like it gave up anything in the winter, which is a little amazing to me. I thought maybe you need a re-app. But you're saying this will last the whole year.
It'll last the whole year. But the other thing, Al, if you put it on again, you should go 2 or 3 years without putting it on again.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's how good it could. Yeah. That's how it works that well.
Okay, and so I can say true to farm because basically my guy room was on that side of the house, and you couldn't have a window open most years because of the dust that would come in when it was the end of August and September. That I had none of that. Now I will keep everyone posted how this works for me as the year goes by here, but I'm telling you, so far I couldn't be any more happy with it. Tell me what the applications, I mean, we hear your commercials, and we're going to have one coming up here, about how it helps. Because, okay, maybe here's a question. How small an area will you do? it took 10 minutes to do my driveway. Is that cool for those of us that have rock driveways? Are you looking for things like my golf course that has a huge parking lot? What size is the sweet spot?
We can do anything. We can do all the parking lots. And like got the golf course right now where they got that road tore up.
Yeah.
I think we're going to dust coat that.
Oh, really? Okay. So for folks who don't know, just north of me in town and on the way to Winnebago, golf course had a huge landslide on the road, and that's all been dug up like nobody's business. You're talking about going there and getting that thing settled down.
I think so. I don't know. I've been gone most of the winter. I've been.
Fair enough.
But I mean, I think they wrecked the road. I think they're going to mill it or something. I don't know. Jonathan was saying that.
Okay.
But what you should look at is hog buildings, any confinement buildings with dust and that, and like your poultry buildings.
Yeah.
Anything like that. Any parking lot. We do Smith Trucking over in Worthington.
Okay.
They're a big trucking company. We do that big parking lot. We do, but around like the lakes, because it doesn't corrode and it doesn't go into the lakes. In Nebraska, we got $100,000 grant from the Nebraska Soybean Association because they cannot use chloride or the chemicals in Nebraska. We have an office in Lyons, Nebraska to do dust control. So we cover 5 states, and I just sent stuff to Texas. So we're all over the area.
Let me ask you about when it comes to municipalities. I thoroughly understand a hog farmer, and you have a big lot and lots of trucks coming. You'd want to cut that dust off. I understand that. That makes a lot of sense to me. But on your website,
I'll stop you right. Hey, I'll stop you right. We did Good Thunder. You could call the city of Good Thunder. We did their streets in there, and it looks like blacktop with the gravel streets. We've done that 2 years ago, and it's great. You can call the city administrator or the guys in the street maintenance guy in Good Thunder. We've done this Good Thunder. We've done it down in Nebraska. We've done it in Sioux City, Iowa. We've done campgrounds. We've done the campground or Flying Goose over there by Fairmont, Minnesota. We've done that. You could call Gary and talk to him. He loves it. I mean, it works.
Well, and that's what I want to talk about. I've got to go to a break if you're okay with hanging with me for 2 seconds, Mr. Weerts. On your website, it talks about helping solve the problem of road washboarding and potholes and that sort of thing. I don't have a real problem with that in my driveway. But I would imagine if you can take, because we live out here in outstate Minnesota, there are a crap load of county roads that take so much effort to keep runnable. I want to talk to you about that and whether this could help these counties out. We'll talk about it after this. He's Bob Weerts with DustLock, the environmental dust control of the Midwest. Find him at dustlock.com.
Dust from livestock buildings can be harmful to your animals and to you. Coughing animals can lead to costly vet visits and other serious health problems. Now there's an environmentally safe solution for your dust problems. It's called DustLock. DustLock can control the dust all summer long with just one application. Protect your animals and your health with DustLock. Learn more at dustlock.com.
There are many ways to explore Alexandria. Some like to experience the outdoors and all the fun winter in Minnesota can provide. Pick your favorite way to get in touch with nature. Others like to explore downtown in the warm comfort of a boutique or gathered around a table with friends. You can do all of that or relax and do nothing at all. Come explore Alexandria. Start planning at explorealex.com.
don't need to ask him his opinion more than once. Al Travis on The Al Travis Show.
We've got the owner of Dust Lock. You hear them here in this program all the time. Environmental Dust Control of the Midwest. Bob, here's what I'm going with. And I'm just going to outstate Minnesota, where most of this program is played. I look at Faribault County. I wasn't guessing 50% of the county roads are dirt or gravel roadways. I look at my golf course I go to in Martin County, and literally across two holes is a dirt road. You can't stand it when a car drives by there and there's any kind of wind whatsoever. It's just a dust storm. How can you help county roads? I've read there, stops with the potholes and stuff. Is that a place, and how does a county get a hold of you and say, well, what's it cost by mile? Is it by square footage? Are you able to do that this later? Do you got to be a part of the bidding process? How do you look at doing county roads?
Oh, we just got a job out in Pierre, South Dakota.
Really?
We did a job. We did a county job in Yankton, a mile and a half last year. So the counties call us. They hear about it. They see us. They talk about it. Yeah, we could do that over there at the golf course. We could show them that in a heartbeat. What goes on there? I mean, it just.
Well, as far as the golf course goes, I presume that's just a county road, and the county should really say, "Hey,
right.
If we did this." But is it maybe back to how do you bid it out? Is it by square miles, square footage? How does someone?
It's by the square foot.
Okay. And again, it doesn't matter the size. You guys have all that it takes. You call Dust Lock, the county, and says, "We have this terrible problem. Can you help us?" I presume you got to grade. Talk me through that, maybe. Do you grade that?
Yes, on our truck we have a blade underneath the truck that's graded out and level it off before we put it down, and then we shoot the oil, and then we put sand on top of it, a fine layer of sand. Now over there in our county, in Faribault County, where they remember that when they ground the roads up 2 years ago over there by Frost and that.
Yeah.
We put chloride on that, but that didn't work all winter. But it was too late in the year to put the oil on it. But this year we put oil over there in by Wells on the recycled blacktop, and that's if you have recycled blacktop that you can get, you put that down and you put that on there, that'll be just as hard as blacktop.
Really,
it adheres to that, and it's amazing. It's amazing.
I would put out, just because you keep calling it oil, which I get it, it's soybean oil and your patented mix of whatever you're clumping that in with. It is, I presume it is oil, but I want people to know when you did my driveway, we didn't track in any oil. Once it dried, it's not like on a really hot day it gets soupy again. We had no problem with the carpet in the back room. It never got any oil on it. So maybe I'm just going to dispel that.
It's safe and it's pet friendly. And it does not track. If it's wet, it will track a little bit, but don't be stupid. You you can't dump oil out and walk across and say, "Jesus, slippery." Well,
I
tell you how dumb I am. I fell and broke my leg with a slippery oil, so you can't be doing some dumb things. You got to be halfway smart with some of that stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, it doesn't. It gets hard, and when the sun comes out, it doesn't stick like blacktop. Sometimes that oil it'll come up like when they seal coat a road or something. You get that tar on there.
Yeah.
This does not do that. It does not do it. And the best thing about it, to get anything on your car, you can wash it off with soap and water. It just comes right off.
See, and that's one of those big things they say. Even if you put asphalt down in your driveway, you get a really hot day, it kicks up some asphalt, sticks in the back of your car. I have had none of that with this product in over a year. So I do think that's a huge sale and plus. So you talk about any size, you can do any size. I don't have the largest driveway, and you guys were able to get in there and do mine. Is there a size on the other side?
We have different size trucks.
Well, how big? I guess what I'm going on is the other side. I get you can do a road. I don't know. Road's 30 foot across. I have no idea. But and now I'm looking at let's just say, and I throw it out to the Fairmont, the fairgrounds. Massive parking lot. I mean, this thing is monstrous. Is that too big, or you're like, it just take us more days?
No. Nothing's too big.
Oh,
nothing's too big.
When you're talking to the owner, nothing is too big. I love that. All right, so how do we go about it?
Just give us a call. Just give us a call there. My daughter-in-law is running the thing, her and Todd Inger this year. I've got a new person involved there, and they're running it for me. I'm busy enough. I got enough stuff going on, and so they handle that stuff, and I'll handle everything. I'll try to work things. But I bought this company out 4 years ago from an older gentleman who wanted to retire, and I seen it, and And so we got into dust control, and we do chloride too. I mean, we can do anything. We can do either way. We do chloride, and but if you want something environmentally friendly, and sugar beet plants and sugar, people and gravel pits where they got a lot of dirt coming, trucks going in and out all the time. Put the soybean oil down. We did it in New Ulm at the gravel pit there, at the quarry, and they love it. And we went up to Hancock, Minnesota, and did where they do the concrete plant. You couldn't believe all the dust there. Oh, man.
Well, you do this in a whole lot of states. You told us at the beginning all the way down to Texas. This show doesn't hit that. How much of Minnesota, if I'm listening in, I don't know, St. Cloud, can I get it done? Rochester's coming on board, Austin?
Oh, we were at Fergus Falls last year.
Oh, okay. So anywhere in Minnesota.
We're at Becker. We're north of the city. Oh, we traveled the whole state.
So
around them lakes. Okay. You need it around the lakes. You need it around lakes.
And that's where you need the oil instead of chloride.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So let me ask you this.
It doesn't leach. It doesn't leach.
Okay. So I go online. I go to dustlock.com. That's your website, dustlock.com. They have videos to show you. Good at that. I get the phone number and I say, and I'm just going to, hey, I'm in St. Cloud. I'm just outside of St. Cloud. I got a barnyard. I got a gravel pit like you're talking about. I'd like to get this taken care of. From that moment on, everything's taken care of, right? Somebody will come and give me the bid or the whatever it's going to take, and that will include everything. Because I know you do the rock, right? You have the rock, you have it all. It's just, I no longer touch anything. It just gets taken care of, right?
Right. Yep. You just give us a call and we come on up.
All right. Well, that sounds like an easy deal.
We've done a doggy daycare that the lady's got probably 150 dogs there, and I tell you, she's got high. How do I want to say this?
Expectation.
Well, no, but she does. She picks up dogs with 2 taxis every day.
Oh, wow. Where's this?
So she's pretty high profile.
Yeah.
High profile. So we've done her driveway because she doesn't need dust.
Yep.
I tell you, she's got even a pool for the dogs. So, she's got quite a doggy daycare deal going up there. So we've done her driveway, and she wants no dust, and she does very particular, and we've done it.
Yeah. Well, like I say, you guys,
we do anything. We'll do everything. And I mean, that's not hard to do.
I love the fact that you did that for my yard last summer, late in the summer. I've had nothing but success with it as far as so far. I will continue to let people know how it goes this summer because, again, I believe in the product, and it seems to be working fantastic. People got to know about it. It's dustlock.com. Go there, give them a call, and see if they can help you out. Again, if you do chloride and the other stuff as well, but you're just really promoting today just the soybean oil version, right?
Soybean oils, everybody can do chloride.
Okay.
But we got the specialty dust lock, the soybean oil. And hey, over in Rochester, we can do it over there. I mean, we got businesses over at Rochester area of St. Cloud. I mean, we do the whole state. It's not a problem.
All right, and I love
we work with a lot of contractors.
I love the stuff about the lakes because, again, you need the vegetable oil instead of the chloride, and we're up there big time in Brainerd. We're up there in Bemidji. I appreciate you, my friend. I am completely out of time. I thank you for taking time out of your day to come on and talk about your business. I really do appreciate you, my friend.
Thanks, Al.
All right, he is Bob Weerts. He owns dustlock.com, environmental dust control of the Midwest. Just go to dustlock.com, take a look around, and again, I will tell you, the soybean oil, it works.
Chanhassen Dinner Theaters brings you its most popular show of all time, Grease. You'll hear all your favorite hits from the